Hi and welcome. Today's class is all about legs. This is a gentle leg stretcher. It's perfect if you've just been running or skiing or biking or whatever else you get up to when you're not doing yoga. So we are going to start in a Dandasana, basically an L sit. And if this is difficult for you, do elevate yourself, sit on a blanket. You know, these gentle classes always have all the props ready. So sit on a blanket. Even if it's not difficult for you, it can still be nice. Get some little insulation here. Place your fingertips behind you. I'm just going to sit up nice and tall. And this might already be a stretch for you. So you feel just a gentle stretch in the back of your legs. I want you to think about that nice you're aiming for a nice natural curve in your spine. So if we have tight hamstrings, the tendency will be to be like this. So this is not where we want to be. We want to be tall, and you want to think of that slight lumbar curve. And then see if you can spread your toes apart. And you might be able to spread them all apart, maybe not. Often our toes are not quite doing what we're telling them to. And then point your feet. Flex your feet and again spread the toes apart. And again point your feet. And flex, spread your toes apart. And relax. I want you to start circling your ankles. Change direction. And come to center. And then try and imagine lifting your sit bones up and back. So you're creating a little tilt here. Maybe it's just gently moving that belly towards the front of your thighs. So you're not going deep. This is not about forcing anything. We've still got cold bodies. It's just a very gentle little forward fold, and it's going to look different for everybody. So for some of you, it's going to be all the way up here, and for others, you can go a little bit lower. So it's just until you feel a gentle pull in your hamstrings. And come back up. Cross your shins. And hands to your knees. And circle. Just get that circling into your spine. Get that movement into your belly. Change direction. And come to center. Let the bottom of your feet come together. Grab your feet, sit up nice and tall. And fold. Come back up. Cross your shins. Make your way onto all four. You're going to take a few cat-cows here. Moving with your own breath. Get that movement into your spine, and maybe you're adding a little bit. It might just be a bit of swaying, getting into the sides. So there are no rules here. Come to a neutral spine. Step your right leg back. And then move that back heel towards the ground. So you get a nice stretch going into your calf muscle. Come back to center. Other side. Come back to center. Tuck your toes, lift up into a downward facing dog. Just walking it out, exploring. Remember, your heels don't have to be on the mat. And if it feels good to keep that little bend in your knees, why not? And then inhale, lift your right leg up. Step forward, lower your back knee. Reach your arms up, come into a lunge. And sink in. So go low, get that nice stretch in the front of your thighs into your hip flexor. And then straighten your front leg, come into a half split. Pulling that right thigh into your hip socket, flexing the foot. Put a little bend in your knee if you need to, if you got those tight hamstrings. And then add a little nerve floss by pointing and flexing the foot. Bending your front knee, come into a lizard pose. Sinking into it, exploring. You take it where you want to take it today. And come back up. Step back to plank pose, not plank pose, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Step forward, lower the back knee, come into that lunge. And sink in. Straighten the front leg. Come into your half split. And then add the nerve floss, pointing and flexing that front foot. And bend the front knee, come into lizard. And then take that leg back and come onto your belly. You're going to come into a Sphinx pose, so forearms on the mat. Elbows stacked either underneath the shoulders, a little forward. Shoulder blades sliding down your back. Then I want you to grab one leg, or you can grab the foot. And if you're really tight, just grabbing that foot is enough. You're going to feel a big stretch in the quad here. If this is easy for you, I want you to start moving the heel down towards your butt, and then see if you can switch the grip. So right now you're holding it like this. I want you to switch the grip around so your fingers are facing forward. And then press your heel towards your butt. And maybe if you want a little bit more stretch, lengthen into your Sphinx pose to open up the chest. Reach a little higher with your crown. Gently release. Other side. Same thing. Maybe you can flip the grip. Maybe not. You can get that heel all the way to your butt. Maybe not. Doesn't matter. It's all about getting what stretch suits you. Gently release. And then make your way onto your back. Come lying down. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Thread the needle. Come into a reclined pigeon. And try and relax both of your shoulder blades down to the mat. And then gently release your hold on that left leg. You're still going to keep your right ankle crossed and lower the left foot down to the ground. Then let both of your legs come over to the left, and you're still going to keep that figure four. So that means the right foot kind of gets placed flat down to the left. And if you can, grab that right foot with your left hand and maybe grab the left foot with your right hand. And then try and relax both of your shoulder blades down to the mat. Feel a nice little stretch in that right outer hip and thigh. This is one of those poses that when you spend a little longer time here, it often gets more intense. More tightness is revealed. So if that's you, that's normal. Let's try and keep relaxing into the stretch. And release. Come back up. And make your way over to the other side. Cross that left ankle over the right thigh. Thread the needle. Come into your reclined pigeon. And gently release. Let that right foot come down. And then take both of your legs over to the right. See if you can grab that left ankle with your right hand and maybe grab the left foot or the right foot with your left hand. And come back to center. Hug your knees to your chest. Come into your Shavasana. Your palms face the ceiling. And close your eyes. Make sure your body's nice and relaxed. And you're going to stay as long as you need. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.